Hi everyone, welcome back to more NFL picks. We're starting with the 1 o'clock games where this season, through 2 weeks, I am 12, 5, and 2 against the spread. We're going to start with the Texans traveling to Baltimore to take on the Super Bowl champion Ravens. Texans are 2.5 point favorites. I'm going to give the points. I just don't like this Ravens offense. There's not enough options. The Texans D is stingy and stuff the run, which is the Ravens' best option with Ray Rice. I don't think that Torrey Smith can do enough on the outside to put up enough points. I think the Texans win this game behind the two-headed monster of Arian Foster and Ben Tate. Going to our second game, two teams coming off losses. The Giants travel to Carolina to take on the Panthers. Giants are point and a half underdogs, and I'm going to take the Giants in this one. I think this is going to be a game where they get back on track. They had the same game last season on Thursday Night Football, and the Giants went down and destroyed the Panthers. The weak part of the Panthers defense is the secondary, and with the Giants 3 wide receivers deep, I expect a big game from Eli Manning where they bounce back and get in the W column for the first time this year. We head to another set of teams that both lost last week. The Detroit Lions blew it against the Arizona Cardinals, while the Washington Redskins were blown out in the first half against the Green Bay Packers. Redskins 2-point favorites, and I'm going to give the points. I think this is the week where the Redskins have to get back on track. I think you're going to continue to see RG3 get better as the game goes on. I don't like the Lions secondary. I think that the Redskins are going to be able to spread it out and find holes. RG3 I expect to be better. Alfred Morris had over 100 yards last week. Take the Redskins. Now we go to an intriguing game of 1-1 teams that both should be 2-0. The San Diego Chargers and the Tennessee Titans. Chargers 3.5 point dogs. I'm going to take those points. I just don't see this game being more than a field goal. I really like the Titans. I'm not so high on the Chargers, but they've played really well. San Diego has. Phillip Rivers looks back to where he was a few years ago, and I think Ryan Matthews is starting to show that he isn't the back who had a horrible season last year. Well, for Tennessee, they're going to continue to rely on running the ball to open up the passing game for Jake Locker. That defense can be very good, but I'm going to take the Chargers 3.5 points. Moving to the Cardinals and Saints. Saints 8-point favorites, and I'm going to give those points for the fact that they're playing at home, and that home field is worth 4 to 5 points just like that. I think that the Saints, along with the Seahawks, are the two best home fields in football, and you cannot underestimate that advantage. I think the Cardinals are a team that plays much better at home than they do on the road. Their offense is looking like it's one-dimensional with no running game and relying on Carson Palmer's arm. I think that's going to be the downside for them. I think I'm going to bet on Drew Brees finding the open receivers and being able to get a double-digit win for the Saints. We head to the next game. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers travel to Foxborough to take on the New England Patriots, who are 7-point favorites. I'm going to give the 7 points. I just think that Josh Freeman is mistake prone. They got a lucky cover last week with the 85-yard interception returns the Bucs did by Levante David for a touchdown. I don't see that happening again. I think the Patriots will continue to force turnovers and stuff the run. I'm going to take the Patriots minus 7 points and watch the Bucs further implode under Greg Schiano. We move to an interesting matchup between the AFC and NFC. The Green Bay Packers travel to Cincinnati to take on the Bengals. Packers are point favorites. I'm going to take that and lay the point for the Packers. I like this Bengals team, but I'm not sure they can stop Aaron Rodgers. I don't think Andy Dalton can put up enough points to rival what Aaron Rodgers will do. Lay the point, take the Packers. We go now to an NFC battle. Rams, Cowboys, both teams coming off of losses. The Rams had a big second half to push against the Falcons. I'm going to take the 4.5 points against the Cowboys. I just don't think the Cowboys are as good as they played the first week, forcing 6 turnovers. I think they're a team that can be beaten and make mistakes. I think the Rams have a defense that relies on getting to the passer and having Ogletree and Laurinaitis make tackles. I think that the Rams have the corners in Janoris Jenkins and Cortland Finnegan to shut down the Cowboys' weapons on the outside. I'm going to take the 4.5 points, and I think this is a field goal game. We move now to the Browns, traveling from Cleveland to Minnesota to take on the Vikings. And the Browns are starting Brian Hoyer In absence of Brandon Whedon, who's hurt, Minnesota 4.5-point favorites, and I just don't see how Cleveland can stop them. Minnesota has the decisive advantage on special teams. They've got the best running back in football. They've got much better passing game. I don't think the return of Josh Gordon to the starting lineup for the Browns is going to stop the Vikings from winning this by a touchdown. And those are my 1 p.m. picks for Week 3 in the NFL. Thanks for watching.